Hey, how's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors here. Hey, tonight we're going to be talking about product selection for affiliate marketing. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and let you know that I would love for you to follow my channel here that I've created over the last several months. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. I'm making a series this week about making sure that you know your audience and making sure that you have a good product and good ideas for your audience as you become an affiliate marketer. So it's 5 keys to success, but they're more things that you might not have thought about before. So if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know if there's anything that you would like me to talk about or that you need help with. And with that, I'll go ahead and get started. So tonight I wanted to talk about product selection and how you go about figuring out what products to provide as an affiliate marketer, right? So when you think about the initial product, like I'm going on with the 4% Success Challenge. That's my product. That's the one that I started with. That's the one that I believe in the most. It's my product, right? That's the one I'm promoting. And so from that product, I need to either promote, so the 4% Success Challenge is something that you can either promote or you can use it to learn how to promote other products, right? So I'm using it to learn how to promote. I'm promoting it on its own, along with the other 4% products that I know and trust. So ultimately, it's really important to know these things and figure out like what product you're going to select to promote. And so when the what I guess I'm trying to say here is that I have through the 4% Success Challenge, I have a product. Like that's my initial product that I'm promoting to people because that's the initial product that's helping me. But then from there, once people have purchased this 4% Success Challenge, then I want to make sure that I'm helping them with the 4% Success Challenge and helping them become really good affiliate marketers, right? So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And so I'm going to give you the five key things that I think are really important that you might not have ever thought of before. So the first one is I believe, and this is something that is taught in the 4% Success Challenge, but it makes it makes complete sense. Is you don't sell a product that you wouldn't sell to your mother or a family member or someone that you really love, right? And that's really important. You have to know that and trust in your product enough that you would sell it to your mother, right? And that's it, and that's very, very important to me. And there's a lot of, like I've talked about it over the last couple of days, there's a lot of really skeevy deals out there that people are slinging and ultimately they're being very successful with it, but it's very short term. And once people figure out that those things don't work, like if you have a weight loss thing that promises to help you lose 30 pounds in 10 days, that's probably not a good idea, right? But people buy that stuff. And then I don't know what happens because I don't know whether they return it or they, it just gives the company a bad rap. And then the affiliate marketer that promoted that product is given a bad rap, right? Or takes a bad rap because they were trying to make a quick buck instead of actually helping people. So when I think about like my mom, and not selling a product to my mom, I would never sell the 4% Success Challenge to my mom because my mom is not interested in affiliate marketing. Like she would never she's very computer savvy. She could do it. She could do all this stuff. It's just that she wouldn't be interested. But so technically, no, I would not sell it to my mom, but I would because of the trust that I have, and I definitely feel comfortable talking to her about it and talking about what it's done for me, and that it would help her if she wanted that type of help. So on the flip side, right? There's my mom has diabetes, right? So when you think about there are a lot of products on ClickBank that talk about diabetes and that help people with diabetes. I don't have diabetes, so I can't test them, right? And I'm certainly not gonna promote that to my mom and have her test it. So I can't properly promote that product because I don't know it. So I know the 4% Success Challenge. I know it works. I know what it's done for me. So that's what I have to stick with, right? So that's my first one. Don't sell anything that you wouldn't sell to your mom. Um, and then you also have to think about number two. You have to think about what happens as a result of the purchase, right? So if you're promoting a product, and this came up in the One Funnel Away challenge with ClickFunnels. If you're promoting like let's say you're trying to sell water coolers, okay, and this is the exact example that they gave me, or that was given in One Funnel Away challenge. If you're selling water coolers, you're ultimately selling like you're selling a product, but you're also selling like a whole mess of problems that come with the water cooler, right? And I say problems, but like there are things that you have to solve, right? So you have to be like if you need like I don't have my like I got toothpaste today, right? So like this, like what do I need in order to use this? I need a toothbrush, right? And then I might need Dixie cups to like rinse my mouth out or whatever. And so when you think about that, like you're if you're selling water coolers, you sell the actual cooler, but then people need the water to put in it, right? And then they need cups, and then they need some filters, and then they need someone to come and clean it. And you can bundle that all into a package, but understand like once you promote a product and successfully sell it to someone, then there's gonna need to be follow-up stuff, right? And that's where the customer service piece comes in. That's where people trust you. If they trust you that you've made a good sale to them and you believe in what you've sold, then they'll purchase the subsequent things that they need to be successful, right? Like that's exactly what I did. Like I did the 4% success challenge, and then I went right on through and bought all the 4% products, and I'm all the better for it, right? So that's a really big thing. So with the 4% success challenge, you need the tools. You need like Screencast-O-Matic is free. I am on the free plan, but like ClickMagick and ClickFunnels and GetResponse, like those things, I need those in order to be successful. That comes with the purchase and comes with the process of learning how to be an affiliate marketer. So that's something you want to think about. Also, I have my five list here. The fifth one is the idea of you get what you pay for. Okay, and this is a very interesting one because initially I signed on the 4% success challenge was $49.95 a month, I think. It was 49 something a month. And I signed on, and within like I would say within 5 sessions, I had purchased the lifetime, like so I'd have access for the lifetime. And that was huge, right? But it was interesting because when I got into it, and it all makes sense to me, is that once I got into it and they started talking about like if most people like if they spend $7, like if it was, I think the 4% success challenge initially started out as $1, like you could get in for $1. And then you'd be monthly charged or whatever, but it was like $1 for the first 30 days or something like that. But people didn't respect it, right? Because it was $1. Like what possibly good could come from something being $1? And so that like eventually that became $49 per month. And now it's into we're offering it at $197 with $14.97 lifetime. And it sounds like a lot of money, but ultimately, like if you don't have any skin in the game, you're gonna quit on it, right? But like for me, like I have a ton of skin in the game now, and so there is no quitting, right? There's no quitting for me, and I would never want to quit, right? This is like I'm having so much fun. It's changed my life. And the point is that I got what I paid for, right? Like if I had just bought a $7 product or just bought something, or was like learning it for free, like when I was trying to learn this for free, it stunk. Like I was terrible. It was terrible because I was wasting all this time, on the internet at night trying to figure out like what the heck to do. And I wasn't able to. And finally, I went down and did the 4% success challenge. And fortunately, I got in a little less than it is now. But like I had skin in the game. That was a lot of money to me back then. And I say back then, it was like 9 months ago. But like the changes are just phenomenal, right? So that's a really important thing. All right, and then now I'm trying to a significant product, right? So the significance of the product. So this is number four. Sorry. So the significance of the product is really important. So when I talk about niches, right? There's niches that are really, really there's like industries. I talked about Marissa Romero the other night. She really broke down an industry as like pets, right? Or pet sitting or pet grooming. That's like an industry, right? But then you like niche down to like if you niche down to like male pug poodle mixes, like that's way too small. Like you wouldn't have enough of an audience. So you have to meet them in the middle, right? So if you're a groomer, you specialize in like short hair, hypoallergenic dogs or something like that. So you have to figure out what that significance is, right? Like what the product is that's going to serve the most people. So I used the examples of beards the other day, right? Or like in my blog that goes along with this post. Like if you're trying to promote something with beards, you can put a package together, right? You can have like a grooming kit that not only trims like a full on beard, right? No, but like people that have these big beards, like don't trim their beards that much, right? So they're not going to buy the product. But if you have like if you give something to them, but you also give something that has like a really like like a 5 o'clock shadow beard, and then someone like me who's like halfway, you could give them like oil for your beard, clippers, color. Like if I wanted to color my beard back to its original orange, brownish gray, brownish orange color, like I could do that. But I don't want to do that. But like my point is that you could sell that whole package, right? So you want to figure out a product that's significant enough that'll have a big enough audience that you can provide it to. And then people keep coming back. Like you sell them good stuff, they're going to keep coming back, right? That's your job, is to sell good stuff so people can come back and buy from you again because they trust you and you've helped them. And then finally, the biggest one that I would have never thought of until I started thinking through these posts was trusting the vendor, right? You have to be able to trust the vendor that you're promoting for, right? So for me, like with the 4% Success Challenge, I trust it. I know it. I trust it. It's got like over 3,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. I know it. I feel like I'm like friends with a lot of the people, like the customer support guys. I'm on with them all the time, asking questions and making sure I understand what's going on. And they're like, I know I know their names. I'm not going to give their names out. I don't know if that would be a good idea, but like, I know their names. There's like, there's these people that I like, they know who I am. They seem to know who I am. They're always very friendly. But I trust that product, right? But if you don't trust the vendor, if you can't trust the vendor, then it's going to come back to bite you, right? So if they have a really good product, but they stink as a vendor, like they stink at customer service, or they stink at follow up, your customer, you sell a really good product to the customer, or what seems like a really good product to your audience, and then it comes back that like they like don't like the product, or the product, the vendors, your customers they're gonna attach you to the vendor. They're not gonna attach, especially if it's bad, right? So the customer is gonna attach you to the vendor and think both of you are sketchy, right? When really it's like probably only the vendor that's sketchy, but you're trying to do the right thing, you just didn't know. So you got to do your research. You got to look at the internet, find out like what's going on, find out what people are saying, and make sure that you understand, along with like what you know about the product. Make sure that you know what other people are saying about the product. So those are the 5 things I wanted to talk about tonight. I know I went a little long tonight, but I appreciate you hanging in here with me. This is a really important topic to me, and it should be to you. So I appreciate it. If you like what I did, please give me a thumbs up. Follow me on YouTube. Follow my blog. And also love to hear comments that you have, because that helps me understand like what you want to hear from and what you want to know from me and from about affiliate marketing. So thank you very much, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day.